This is not a romanticized portrayal, but rather a grim, muddy reality. When we think of the Middle Ages, we picture knights in shining armor and kings in stone castles. But for the vast majority of humanity, that world didn't exist. For 90% of the population, life was a brutal, repetitive cycle of survival. Today, we're uncovering the true story of medieval peasantry. This is the story of how the invisible workforce built the backbone of Europe. We'll explore how their day began before the sun, the crushing weight of the feudal system, and the one meal that kept them alive. It's a life defined by the seasons and dictated by the local lord. So please pause for a moment. Imagine waking up in 13th century England. The morning grind. Your day starts at 3 a.m. There's no snooze button, only the cold. You wake up on a straw mattress infested with lice, huddled together for warmth, not just with your family, but often with your livestock. Cows and pigs share your living space because their body heat keeps you from freezing. Breakfast isn't eggs and bacon. It's usually a chunk of dark, dense bread and maybe some watered-down ale. By 4 a.m., you're out in the fields. And this is where the real battle begins. Whether it's plowing, sowing, or harvesting, the work is backbreaking. You aren't just working for yourself, you are working for the lord of the manor. The diet and the home. But why work this hard? Because if the harvest fails, you starve. It's that simple. Let's talk about lunch. You take a break around noon for a meal that rarely changes, pottage. It's a thick, grain-based stew, essentially porridge with whatever vegetables you could grow, peas, beans, onions. Meat? That was a luxury for feast days. Poaching a deer from the Lord's forest could get you hanged, or at least mutilated. You return to the fields until sunset. In the winter, that's early. In the summer, you might work 16 hours straight. Your body is the machine, and it wears down fast. Arthritis and spinal deformities were rampant, even in young adults. The feudal trap. But the hardest part wasn't the physical toil, it was the lack of freedom. You were likely a serf bound to the land. You couldn't leave, and you couldn't marry without permission, and a huge portion of everything you grew went straight to the church and the Lord. You lived in a system designed to keep you exactly where you were. If you found this deep dive into the peasant life fascinating, hit that like button. It really helps the channel reach more history buffs like you. And if you want to see more content about the hidden history of the past, make sure to subscribe to History Trails and turn on notifications. Before you go, I want to hear from you. Could you have survived a single week in the Middle Ages? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Thanks for watching. I look forward to seeing you in the next video.